Hello, I'm Vivian Kerr, the head of the BA and MA musical theatre programmes at Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. I'm going to be giving you some information today about our audition processes this year. For your audition for autumn entry for either the BA undergraduate or MA postgraduate programme at Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, you will be invited to attend a first round audition which will be held over Zoom. Don't worry about your Zoom audition. I'm going to give you some information to help you along the way with that. First of all, just let me tell you about the material that you'll need to prepare for your audition. You will need to prepare one audition song from the musical theatre repertoire and one speech. The song for this first round should be a piece from the musical theatre repertoire of anywhere within the last 100 years or so, and we prefer this to be accompanied. It can be something from anywhere between approximately 1930 right up until the present day. We leave the choice of material up to you, as your choices really can reveal something about you and where you are in terms of skills and knowledge at the moment, and could give the panel something to discuss with you. You can either have an accompanist playing for you live at your end, or you are welcome to use a pre-recorded accompaniment. It should be a song you know and enjoy singing, one that you connect with and understand, and that offers you an opportunity to show your strengths. The song should last no longer than 2 minutes. The speech can be either a modern, contemporary speech, or it can be a classical speech, that is from the Elizabethan or Jacobean period, for example, Shakespeare or Christopher Marlowe. There is no advantage in choosing one period over another. It's your choice, but the speech should come from a published play and last no longer than 2 minutes. Speeches can be edited as long as they continue to flow and make sense. They can also be translated from any language or have been written for a gender different to your own. Your audition panel members will be comprised of members of the musical theatre programme staff or external professional practitioners who will introduce themselves to you and invite you to perform your chosen pieces. The panel may choose to redirect either of your pieces and may talk to you about your choices in a general discussion afterwards. A few more pieces of advice regarding material choices. We'd really prefer candidates not to perform their own material. We'd also advise candidates to avoid overused speeches and texts taken from film or TV scripts. And it's best to avoid speeches by characters that are much older than yourself, unless the sentiments within it are pretty universal. Try to avoid using an accent other than your own, unless you're absolutely secure in it. We really need to get a sense of who you are. Moving on to the equipment you're going to use, you can use your smartphone or laptop or tablet. You don't need fancy equipment. If you are using a smartphone or tablet, have it horizontal in the landscape setting. If you've got a tripod to put it into, that's great. If not, just put it up on a shelf in your eye line, so nothing above, nothing below. Your eye line will be in the centre of the screen. Choose a quiet room with a blank wall behind you if possible. If you can't find a blank wall, then try to declutter the space as much as possible so that it's you that we're looking at and not everything that's behind you. So for example, you might want to remove personal items such as dressing gowns down from bedroom doors, personal items like photographs and things like that. Just try to clear the space as much as you can. It's really important to make sure you don't stand in front of a window or a light unless you're really well lit from the front. Otherwise, you'll just be a silhouette. So make sure you're lit from the front. You can shine a lamp towards you or get someone to hold a light to shine it on your face, or turn around and face out of the window and have daylight shining on you. So that'll make sure you're really well lit. Or you could use the torch from your phone if you're not using that to record. Also, please avoid over-resonant, echoey bathrooms. Although you might think it's a generous acoustic which will help you sound better, the truth is that this will obscure your sound. It'll make it much more difficult for us to hear you, so it'll be a disadvantage to your audition. For the song, we'd like to see you a little further away from the camera, so something like waist up is ideal. Depending on the content, you might wish to direct the song very slightly to the side of the camera, or you might ask the panel if they would like you to direct it to them. For the speech, we'd really advise that you come closer to the camera because we want to see you, we want to see the connection that you have to the piece. So come closer to the camera for your speech. And if it's a speech to another person, then you can look slightly right or left of the camera and avoid going into full profile. Don't put that person you're speaking to too far in the distance, because then we just get the side of your face and the panel will miss what's happening at the front. If it's a speech to an audience, then you can feel free to look down the camera as if you were speaking the speech directly to the panel. I really recommend that you familiarise yourself with Zoom before your audition day, including testing your sound and visual settings. You might find it useful to set up a test call with a friend or family member beforehand. If possible, please download the Zoom app beforehand, join the waiting room a few minutes prior to your audition start time. And when you enter the waiting room for your audition, your Zoom name should match the name on your UCAS Conservatoire application. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this has been helpful, and we are all looking forward to seeing your audition.